Alright, this video is in response to a viewer question about going into more specifics about the Milwaukee Packout cabinet for the shop tool storage system. And as you can see, this is in my kitchen. I have one large wall plate here, and the nice thing about it is I can move the cabinet, I can change the configuration of my setup. I have a second cabinet in the garage where the rest of my Milwaukee shop storage is, and I'll take you out there and we'll take a closer look at it. And if you excuse the mess, I'm working on my Lexus Hybrid. It tripped a code saying to replace the hybrid battery pack. I know it's a long shot, so I took all the bus bars out and I cleaned them. They were badly corroded. Maybe that might have lowered the voltage on one or two of the packs enough to where it tripped the error. We'll see. Maybe if anything else it'll buy me some time, but this video is not about the hybrid battery. But I just wanted to show you that I do use all my tools. I did have some viewers make some comments that it looked like my tools had never been used. Oh, they definitely get used. I have like this ratchet right here, which gets used quite a bit, and there's been times it's been so greasy that you couldn't see any of the red plastic through it. Use a little bit of Goofy off and it'll make it look almost like new. And this is my tool storage wall. Again, another tool that I'd use a lot is the impact wrench, and yeah, it's seen quite a bit in use. It's the first Milwaukee tool I've ever bought, and I was so impressed with it when I rebuilt the front end suspension that I've been a Milwaukee fanboy ever since. And here is the cabinet right here, and this is the second cabinet. And we'll go in more depth about this this cabinet system for the viewers that want to know more about the cabinets. MSRP on this is $139. The part number is 48-22-8445, and it is compatible with the Packout system. You can securely hang or stack it. It's got the quick access door and an impact resistant body. Alright, so for the in-depth tour of the cabinet, I'm going to start off by doing some measurements. Or actually, I'm going to show you how the door opens. Excuse the shadow here. I'm trying to work with multiple lights. But so you have this one latch right here that'll open up. And it's kind of like, it's got like a little track right here. You can see that, like, they're not connected to each other, you know. So it is possible to kind of get it off kilter a little bit, but it's gonna work most of the time. And you can kind of see where there's like a little glide, or, you know, it provides it with a pivot point here. And then when you get all the way back towards the end, it does have a little bit of a click to it when you push it in, like that, and it'll hold it open in that position. Now on the inside, there are some reinforcement tabs on the inside that do take a little bit away from the room, the space of it a little bit, even though it's totally smooth on the side here. Sorry, I'm trying to keep the light on the subject here. So it does intrude a little bit, not much, into the overall storage space. Maybe, I'd say probably maybe half an inch or so. And let's do some measurements. So I'm gonna grab my tape measure, and so it looks like from front to back, it is about, almost 14 inches, but of course you have this door and you can kind of see where the frame for the door goes. So in usable space, you got about a foot of usable space in there. And then to the side to side, or widthwise, you've got, it's about, over 16.5 inches, but again, you have like some of the interior structures kind of intrude into that space a little bit. And then from top to bottom, with the door open, and I'm kind of buttoning it up against the door here, it's about 10 inches of height to it. And I got some things that most people are probably familiar with the sizes of these things. So I got some things here, like let's just say, you know, everybody knows, because I can give you measurements all day long, but it doesn't tell you really anything practical until you start cramming stuff in there. So everybody kind of knows what a box of tissues is, how big that is. All right, and so you could get quite a few, you know, boxes of tissues in here for storage wise, capacity wise. And then everybody knows what like the size of a roll of paper towel is. And unfortunately, that is too tall to fit in it standing upright. So, and some things that you may want to put in there if you're that type is, you know, these will definitely fit in there, no problem. So cans of aerosol cans of cleaner or paint or whatever will fit in there. And then there's something that I know that just about everybody knows and is familiar with the size of it, and that is a 1 gallon jug of milk or water. And this fits in there perfectly. You can close the doors, and just to kind of give you a sense of scale, here's another one. And you can totally close the doors with it being in there. And you can get another one in there. You will not be able to get 3 of them, you know, comfortably in there, but you can definitely do 1 in the front and 1 in the back, and you will still be able to close the door. And that's no issue right there. And to close the door, it does have like the little pivot mechanism. You can just let it drop. And there is a, like, if you want to call it a hole, so you could secure it with a lock. But you know what? That just keeps honest people honest, because let's just be honest about this. If somebody wanted the contents of your cabinet, or better yet, the cabinet itself, they just take the whole damn cabinet. And without taking it apart, I can see a metal bar for reinforcement right there. All right, to remove this thing, there's the latch on top, and it comes off real easy. And you can see this latching mechanism right here. The cabinet will use up this section and this section, so you'll have to have the large wall plate. To mount it on there, put it up against here, line it up, and it clicks right in. It does indicate that it is not recommended to be used in a van. It says it has a weight limit of 50 pounds. I'm assuming that's the contents that you would put into the inside of it. There is a latch underneath, so you could latch it onto your other Milwaukee Packout stuff. And on top, take a look at the top here. You can kind of see where it would fit other Packout items on top. And then this is the, of course, the release latch to detach it from your, to detach it from the wall. All right, now we are going to attempt to stack these cabinets together. I got my car mostly put back together. You can see my quick jack right here. Incredible device. I have the cord routed up over here. So, and then there's the hydraulic pump right there on the floor. You can see there. But the up button raises the jack. And normally they would be spread out if you're actually using them, and it'll lift the car. And it was one of the best things I ever bought. And it's definitely cheaper than going to the hospital, because I've had jacks fall on me before. But anyways, we're going to stack these cabinets and see how they do. Here's the cabinet stacked together. I'm going to take you around to the back side of the cabinet so you can kind of see what's on the rear. And it does have the cleats for the wall mount. I didn't notice this until now, but there's a sticker on there that says that the Packout cabinet is to be sold separately. The Packout cabinet is the standard size for all your Packout stuff, so it's compatible with all of your stacking storage. This is the normal size top plate. There is a no step icon. It does seem to be pretty sturdy. I'm sure that's probably not going to stop people from trying to stand on them. I've sat on my Packout vacuum as a stool before, just because I was lazy and didn't want to find anything else. But it does have two built-in recesses on each side, so you can use those as a handle. And it's really well built, and they stack really nicely on top of each other. But I would say that if you had the dolly hand truck or the rolling toolbox, and you had a 2-drawer and a 3-drawer, and then this box right here, this cabinet right here, that in theory you would never have to unstack anything to be able to get to something, including some of your bigger tools, because they will fit in here according to if they're within the dimensions. And I've seen like things like circular saws and taller tools like that. So there it is, the Milwaukee Packout cabinet. And since they don't have a 1-drawer cabinet or 1-drawer box available, this would probably be one of your better options, if not your best option, if you're not able to fit your tools into the 2-drawer and 3-drawer. Hope that helps you, give you some ideas. And if you have any questions, let me know. And thanks for watching. Have a good day.